What's cracking, Leah?
What's up, Aaron? How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. I'm trying to pick it up a little bit. I feel
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
a little
Back on the scene.
I don't know what the energy is today. Maybe it's because the sun ain't out, but I'm
I
kind of chill.
know. Same with you. It's been so gloomy lately. It's like I have a jacket on and shit. It's
Yeah,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of chilling. I'm just kind of chilling. The talk of the town these days is this Epstein thing and Trump and like I don't even know where to begin on this thing. I
Well,
have
I'm dying to know your thoughts on like the on
I think it that they're there. I think that it is quite possible that there is no Epstein list. There never was an Epstein list, and the whole thing has been a psyop from the beginning. I have that thought.
yeah.
I have a thought that I have so many thoughts. I mean, Trump might be right.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page. That's crazy. I didn't feel like that for a while, and then I kept watching and kept watching and kept watching, and I was like,
Like they did do all the other fucking
damn,
hoaxes. Like they
yeah.
did all
And
that
they
other
could have,
shit.
like, they were there the whole time. Like, of course, they
Right.
got in office. Why
Like,
wouldn't
how
they?
are you not like you know that everybody's fiending for these files? Are you not gonna, switch them around and cover up the one you got
And
4 years
Trump is
to go?
promising on his campaign trail that he's going to release them.
They were
Like, how
promising
easy would it
after the
be?
campaign trail too. They were just
No,
promising
I know,
it.
but I'm saying while Biden's camp was in office, like they saw what he was
I
promising.
know,
Why not
like
try to
like the
sabotage?
Bidens, like they're just like preserving it, perfectly preserving it. I mean, they lied about everything.
So,
So that's possible.
yeah.
It's also possible that, Trump's got something to hide. I tend to not, I don't think so for two
Well,
reasons. For two
okay, go ahead.
reasons. One, because I think that if the Democrats had something, they would have used it, even
Mhm.
though hmm, they would have had to figure out a way to use it without implicating anybody else, which would have been kind of sticky and difficult. But I think if they had something that they could release, they would have.
Mhm.
Also, Trump is the only one of these characters that has anything or anybody in his favor. Um, him going after
As far as
trafficking in
that,
his
yeah, yeah.
first term, him being the only one to talk to the feds when they were asking about Epstein, him having
Hmm.
the story of Epstein getting kicked out of Mar-a-Lago. He's the only one of all the characters that I know of that have any sort of positive, I guess, stories.
Like interaction with him, yeah,
Yeah,
that shows that,
interactions,
yeah,
respectable interactions. I'll say it
right,
like
right.
that. But
I
he
heard
also
another
flew on
one
the,
today though.
they also
Oh,
flew
that
on the
was,
plane. He was also on the plane 7 times, and they were friends for like 10 years. So
and did you know?
also of the mind that
Okay.
there's not really a difference between Democrats and Republicans. They're the
Right.
same thing. And so uh, in the news last week, someone was saying that what we're seeing is the corporatocracy versus the oligarchy. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe that to a degree,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
there's a lot. Look, I could keep going on with what with other stuff, but
Man, it got
I
so
mean, I look at it in
sloppy.
a lot of different ways. And,
Hmm.
you know, I think that the biggest way that I look at it right now is that it's an unforced error.
Unforced error?
Unforced error by the Trump administration.
What
Trump
does that mean? I don't understand.
administration, unforced error.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Okay, so in
Especially in this context.
sports, it's
Okay.
when you mess up, it's called an error. Okay, wait, no, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you call it okay. Let's just say that you mess up.
Hmm.
That's an error, right? If you mess up, say you're pouring tea and you mess up because somebody bumps into you,
Hmm.
that's a forced error,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you're pouring tea and you just spill that shit everywhere all by yourself, right? That's an
Hmm.
unforced error. You
Okay.
understand?
I do understand.
Either way, tea gets spilled.
Yeah.
One way, somebody else caused you to spill the tea. The other way, there's you
Are you
just
using that as is that a pun too? Like the tea,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
spelling, okay.
Right, right. One
Okay.
one way somebody kind of tricked you in it or kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah, yeah.
bumped into you and you spilled the tea.
Mhm.
But the other way, you just, on your own, just spill the tea. So this is what I call an unforced error by the Trump administration. up till now, the Democrats, they were like all the everything that I was seeing online about them criticizing Donald Trump was all speculation, it was
Mhm.
gossip, it was, they didn't really have anything to sink their teeth into. And now they do. Case in point, excuse me, sorry. Let me show you this.
Okay.
Jon Stewart.
I love that guy for
On,
some reason.
yeah, let's see if I can find the right part though. Um, well, we can start here. It might be a little long because I'm not exactly on the spot, but you'll get my point.
And hose. But sorry, go on. You were explaining why it was time to move on from the Epstein case.
Why are we giving publicity to files written by Obama, crooked Hillary, Comey, Brennan, and the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with the Russia, Russia, Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, and more?
Okay. So before he you get his reaction,
Mhm.
like there's something to be said for that. That's not completely out of the realm of possibility. It's just not.
What's strange to me, and this is kind of like off a little bit off, is like you especially, who is such a staunch um advocate for good grammar and the way things are written and expressed. The way that he writes, I'm just wondering, does it not bother you at all? Like when you look at it, like,
No, because he doesn't write his own tweets.
well, who's writing it like that? Like,
I
but
don't
that seems so
know, but he's the
consistent with what
president of the United States, so he's not on X and on Truth
I don't
Social.
know. I don't know.
He's
I don't know.
got assistants, two or three of them, and he tells them what to say and they put it out.
So do you think that he's okay, so he is transcribing. I mean, they're transcribing what he's saying. He's saying it and then they're typing it out, or do you think that they're
He is
making this
not
up?
on Twitter.
I
He's the
understand. I
president.
understand what you're saying, and I
Yeah.
understand that that's
He,
typical. Of course, a
yeah, he does
president wouldn't
not
be on
run his
Twitter.
account.
However, Trump is a different kind of president, and
Yeah, he does not run his account.
I don't know. Okay, I don't. Somebody should look over that
That's
stuff
just
because
no.
it
I mean,
just gives more
I've
ammo.
I've seen the footage of him giving the
Okay.
person the text to he says, yes, tweet this out or don't tweet that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God. Is she crazy?
Thank you. Thank you
Wow.
all. Thank you so very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Oh, too many thank yous.
About 20.
There must be 35.
Traveling from India
Yeah,
to
good.
California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist.
How many people are watching?
Can we tell how many, Dan? How many people are watching?
She's talking about how great San Francisco was before she destroyed it. A lot of talk about childhood. We've got to get to the border, inflation, and crime. Say these out. The things of which she complains. The things of which she complains.
In many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man.
Oh. You hear that, folks? It's great, right? Ready? These prosecutions were all started by her and Biden against their political opponent. Me. Get that out right away. She paid and raised bail. She paid bail to get the violent rioters in Minnesota out of jail.
Tim Walz let Minnesota burn. Kamala Harris jumped out the
I
walls
love
to
it.
lit the matches.
Put it in there. Put it right in with the stuff, right?
With that post, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
You could do it either that or separate.
Say more lies, lying about the Project 2025.
Oh, lying against Project 25, which she knows, and so do all Democrats, that I have absolutely nothing to do with.
She says we all know that Trump term.
Okay. Mm. And
He's
so he would have
president.
approved this then.
It's like that. That's like when people assume that Trump is not smart. Like,
Right.
I get that you don't like him, but he's college professor level intelligence. You don't get there. You know what I'm saying? He's a smart guy. Obviously, you
I
don't get
wonder.
to do what he's doing at his age and not be smart.
Well, I think that he's
Part
smart
of
in
it, I
business.
think, is you have to respect your adversary. If you view Trump as an adversary, you cannot view him as dumb because that doesn't help you. You got to view him as the smartest guy in the room because that's how you up your game.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. I also wonder because,
Anyway, so yeah,
yeah.
just keep it pushing.
So, just to understand this, in a few months' time, we went from the Epstein files will expose the Democrats to the Epstein files were written by the Democrats and therefore can't be trusted. So let's move on. And then Trump brings up Hunter Biden's laptop as a reminder for all of us not to dwell on old conspiracy theories. What?
Now, I don't know how he twisted that up to make me laugh at it because Hunter Biden's laptop is not a conspiracy theory.
It's not. Maybe
No,
they should release that
no,
those
but
files.
the way he put that together was, I mean, he's a clever guy.
I have another one for you on the same breaking the
Oh,
same thing
no,
down.
but we haven't got to the part that I was trying to show
Okay,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to like break that, like, Hunter Biden's laptop is not a
Mm,
conspiracy theory, but he was
right.
Russia was right. 51 intelligence agents were right. All that was, but he
Mhm.
snuck that in there and tried to sneak it past us. It was still funny, clever, but you didn't get that
Yeah.
past me, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, anyway.
So, problem solved? Right, MAGA world? Well, let's test it scientifically.
How many of you are satisfied? You can clap. Satisfied with the results of the Epstein investigation? Clap. How many of you are not satisfied with the results of the investigation?
Let me hear everyone who thinks sex trafficking should still be prosecuted say, hell yeah! Who wants to know more about a cabal of elite sex criminals? Just the ladies! So,
He's funny.
He is hella funny. I like him
it's
a
now
lot.
an open revolt. You want to know how bad it's getting out there? They're literally burning their MAGA army uniforms. Yeah. And there's just another guy standing next to him going, you got to flip them. That's your problem there. You got to flip them. But clearly telling your base to just forget about Epstein isn't working. But if you know Trump, he can always just pivot to the classic Trump distraction. Throw something outlandish out there and watch the dogs chase the squirrel. I'm going to invade Greenland. I'm going to bomb Iran. He's going to try something big.
President Trump is reigniting his decades-long feud with comedian Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay, this is I got to get to the part where I'm talking about
Trafficking ring to the rich and powerful. We must focus on attacking anyone who disagrees.
There we go.
Yeah. MAGA is losing their shit right now. They cannot believe what they're seeing. Trump is lying? Dismissing reasonable concerns as bad faith whining? Attacking anyone who disagrees? Well, as a resident of Blue America, can I just say right now to my red colleagues?
Also, that map is misleading.
Why?
Like, for example, California, he's got in blue, but most of California is red. We've got some blue pockets
And the
that
money
sway the
came.
election, right? So, this map is a little misleading too.
Yeah, but we do have the electoral college, so.
Well, he gave the states got it. I get it, but it's not. It makes it look a lot
Misleading,
more
yeah.
equal than it is. It's not really that equal. Anyway.
Then my pronouns are, how does and my ass taste? You like it? The Trump that you're just experiencing now, to your deep disappointment and dismay, is the dude we've been dealing with the whole time. You just didn't realize it because he's been nice to you. Like when you've had a terrible tragedy.
My administration is doing everything in his power to help Texas.
We gave them all the money, all the help that they can possibly use. We've given them max. We've maxed out, and we'll continue to max out.
Whatever you need, Daddy's here. Because you're the child he wanted. But we're Eric. Truly just a weird cheap shot.
Yeah.
This is how we get treated.
I don't think we should give California anything.
I mean, if I give California money, then every state that didn't vote for me will think I'm their president too. That's not a precedent I want to set.
All right. So my point is unforced error. Now the left has something that they can sink their teeth into, even though this bit, he's equating it to all sorts of things. And I don't believe for a second that anyone that supported Trump would rather have Kamala.
Right. No, that was a bad choice. But yeah.
This is more akin to not getting dessert, you know what I'm saying, after dinner, and you mad because you didn't get dessert. This is how I think a lot of MAGA's treating this.
Well, the other thing that's interesting is that the left media wasn't on Epstein at all during Biden, like over the last 8 years or whatever. Like they weren't on it at all. So now they're all over it, which is weird.
Ro Khanna or something like that. I forget his name. But he is putting it up for a House vote like every day or something like that. Like
yeah. Do you know that they voted on it though? Like,
yeah, it's a publicity stunt. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's like, the Democrats all voted yes.
Again,
they all voted yes.
There are probably no Epstein files.
I don't say that there's no files. I say there's no list. There never was a list per se. Yeah.
I don't even think that there are. I don't think half of what people believe is there.
I mean, of course, Epstein's not going to just have a list of people that he's just like, here, this is who fucked the kids.
There's no files. It would be, videos of.
Well, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It would be videos that his whole island was wired for video.
But wouldn't there be investigation files? Like the DOJ investigated Epstein. So wouldn't there be files from the investigation that, yeah.
So that's, again, I'm of two minds about that. Biden administration was in control of all that stuff for 4 years. Yeah. So who knows what they left behind.
Yeah. And they know how hard it would be to investigate the DOJ, Biden's administration's DOJ, then come back and reinvestigate Epstein when he killed himself. And then already Ghislaine, I guess there was talk about him pardoning her for the list or something like that, but that's not a thing. So they know it would take years and years and years just to get through the one part of the investigation, which is just that the DOJ doctored up some files. It'd be like impossible. So
yeah, you kind of lost me a little bit, but but I think that you're saying that the investigation would take too long or something
on Trump's side, to investigate the DOJ for doctoring the files and then to go back and investigate Epstein all over.
I honestly don't think anybody believes that. I mean, even after they were appointed as the head of FBI and Cash and Bongino, they were still talking about the Epstein list. So
no, I'm talking about Biden's DOJ. Biden's DOJ doctoring.
Okay, what I'm saying is the incoming admin didn't seem to think so.
They didn't know. Yeah, I know.
Didn't know what?
They didn't know that there was anything awry. They thought they would be able to release the entire.
No. We're talking intelligence officials here. Stop. They didn't know.
I'm talking about. You don't think that Bondi and you think that Bondi and Patel knew that there was nothing to release?
That was the first thing I said.
Oh, you think they did know? I don't think so.
That was the first thing I said. That was the very first thing I said, that there's possibly no files at all. And all this was a psyop to get people on board.
Okay, I thought I was.
It's not. Listen, we believe that there are predators and child traffickers, and we've heard stories, but none of us Anons have seen any real hard evidence. Well, save Podesta and Hillary Clinton that I'm aware of. and maybe some Joe Biden. But
I mean, there was back in, like 2016, there was pictures of Clinton on
oh, I saw some
Epstein
stuff.
plane and stuff like that,
I've seen some stuff with Clinton. Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. So you're saying on a way, because that's what I was thinking too. Like they've been planting shit for Q and like for or whatever Q was, and for everybody from the very beginning. I started on that path this last weekend, over Pizzagate, not necessarily Epstein. It inevitably leads to Epstein, of course, but I started looking up just the symbols, that started it all, the FBI symbols for pedophilia and that stuff. And I was like, did we ever like get those from the actual FBI website? Like, did anybody ever, or was it just a circulating document that said these are the
Well, it
FBI
came from them.
symbols? Right. I did finally get there eventually, but I didn't get it from a archived FBI document. I mean, our website. It was because they've taken them down, but I got them from Wikipedia, I believe. Yeah, Wikipedia. So I was like, well,
I
that's
don't think you
public
got it
enough.
from Wikipedia.
I think so. Not, I mean, if you look for them now, they're not on the FBI website at all. And if you look
Well,
at
I just
archive,
mean that Wikipedia is pretty much, the CIA
right, which means that, yeah,
portal.
I mean,
So
but at least
some
that's a source that they approve of.
who approves of? Nobody approves
The
of
C,
Wikipedia.
like the FBI, like,
Nobody approves of it, not even your college professor. You cannot
well,
cite
you'll
Wikipedia.
have to show me then from the FBI site because I have the memo that says it's from the FBI, but I don't have it from the FBI website. I'm just saying, like, got to go back so far to realize to look and see how far does this go? How deep does it go if it is a psyop? Like they could have planted
Are you
everything
saying that you can't find the symbols on the website anymore?
on the FBI website anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're removed. I don't know why they would do that if
Well,
that's
I
the
mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying.
that was
But
just
we've
one
got
example too, but everything they could have planted everything. They could have planted everything, but then we got to ask why. Why would they do that? And what? Speculate.
nothing. Huh?
Speculate.
What?
Speculate. Why would they do that?
Yeah, I can't speculate on that, sweetie. I can't.
Well, I'll say this. If Biden's team doctored or messed with the files, wrote the files, did all the things that Trump is accusing them of doing publicly, then I feel that there's a better way for him to express this to his base because he's
Right. This is
having
an
a
unforced
horrible,
error.
right. But why can't
Yes.
he,
Instead of making them, it feels like we're being gaslit.
yeah, why can't he do better? Like what, how
I
could
don't
he?
know. That's
No.
why this is what this that's my whole about this whole thing.
It looks
Totally
so
unforced error. Totally like he didn't have to like none of this had to go down this way. He could have lied about everything. He could have
right.
said, yeah, he could have
He
still
could have
been
made up
saying,
some files. He could have redoctored the files. I mean,
well,
anything. Give him
yeah, I
something.
don't know about that. But
Well, I'm just saying, like,
he could have kept us on the bait. Like we'd have still been on the hook. He
oh,
didn't
you
have to
mean
like
like just
even
keep delaying it, delaying it?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting a lot of wins. Don't listen. Look, he's getting a lot of wins in this administration. The
I don't know.
tariffs worked, the borders closed. I mean, nobody that voted for Trump would rather have Kamala at this
I
point,
didn't vote for either
with
one
or
of them, but I
without
wouldn't rather have
with or
Cameron.
without the Epstein files.
Right.
But I also don't think that that's why I think that Jon Stewart is sort of he's wishing and hoping that it really fractures the MAGA base, but I don't
Mhm.
think it really will ultimately because
Really?
like
You really don't
yeah,
think so?
no, because
Um,
ultimately there are going to be some hounds that don't let it go, and that's going to be good for everybody.
mhm.
But ultimately, everybody's going to fall in line because what is the option?
Elon. I don't know.
Mm, yeah,
Um,
what's
well,
the option? We want to go
we don't
back
have
to
one now, but
forced
this is a
vaccinations
perfect
and
problem reaction
lockdowns,
solution
and you know what I'm
moment.
saying? Like, what's the option?
I hear
What
you,
is,
but this is a
yeah.
perfect problem reaction solution at moment. Like somebody could emerge. We don't know.
What do you mean
Somebody could,
problem reaction solution? What's the problem?
the problem is that MAGA, I mean, Team Trump or Trump's admin is full of shit. They turned their back on us. They didn't deliver like they promised. The reaction is they all give up on MAGA, and the solution is somebody whoever just who comes in,
Well,
comes
that's what obviously what Democratic operators are hoping for.
right. But I'm thinking it
But they
won't
don't
be
have, but I
them.
don't, they don't have a bench as far as
No,
I can tell.
they don't have, I wouldn't,
So,
I would think it would be somebody brand
and
new.
they can't, and they're not going, no, 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 because they're not, we're not falling for that Barack Obama shit again.
That seems
That's
like,
not going to happen again. Nobody's going to buy that shit. You look, nobody's buying that shit again.
well, unless he's like
Nobody
the
is
super
buying that fake
charismatic
ass. Huh?
antichrist that they keep promising us.
What'd you say?
Unless it's a super charismatic, beautiful antichrist they keep promising us.
I don't know that they promised us that, but
Well, they have him. I'm saying the people that talk, conspiracy theorists, the religious conspiracy theorists say that now's the time we're in the end times, blah blah blah, and the Antichrist is coming. And it ain't Trump because people hate him, and it ain't Obama because people hate him. So it'll be somebody new that everybody loves.
um, I don't know. Christians have the weirdest disconnect from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Because if Jesus came back today, like
They
nobody
call
would
him
want
crazy.
that motherfucker around.
No, they call him
Nobody
crazy.
would want, they would fucking lock him up. They would kill him. They'd shoot him in the head. They would treat him very, very poorly because he would be upsetting the apple cart. And so, I don't understand. Also, with Christians, I don't understand why they don't. The devil presents himself as an angel of light,
Mhm.
right? So Lucifer is beautiful,
Beautiful,
all glowing,
charismatic.
and right,
Yeah.
yeah, charismatic. So it's the disconnect that Christians have for me from what they believe to what's in the real world is like it's so strange. They just like Obama. They get a feeling about him. He's so charismatic and this, that. And I'm like, that's exactly, what the devil would look like.
Then there's
Look
the
at
other side too that think that Obama is the Antichrist but then they're not accounting for, they instantly didn't like him. So then that can't be the Antichrist according to what you're saying. He's charismatic and full of light and all this
no,
stuff. If
no,
you
no,
don't
no,
see
no,
him as
no.
that.
Nothing says that the Antichrist is going to be loved by everybody.
Oh, that's what I mean, I don't know. I just go off of what I research
No,
and because I'm not religious at
no,
all.
there's nothing that says that he's going to be like worshipped by everybody. But he'll gain a following
Mhm.
if he comes, if that's the thing.
Well, to your idea about MAGA, maybe coming back and sticking with Trump after this. I don't know how. I have a little montage.
Because there's no other option. What's the other
Yeah,
option?
I hear you. It would only have to be somebody
I
new,
mean,
but
nobody's saying wants the Democrats in charge. You know what I'm
not the
saying?
Democrats. Oh, sorry.
Nobody with their head on their shoulders wants the Democrats in charge.
Sorry about that. You said nobody. Say it again. Sorry, I interrupted you.
I said nobody with their head on their shoulders wants the Democrats in charge. Even if you're on the left, listen, even if you listen, even if you're on the left and you're
Uh-huh.
logical, right? If you're on the left and you still got your common sense, you know that the Democratic Party needs some reforms before they can be trusted with the keys.
I mean, I hear you. I also feel like Trump's administration is making it very hard. So
Making what very hard?
to to roll with them. Like I feel like it's so bad right now. Like they had no backup plan for in case it didn't
Yeah,
work out.
I think that's incredibly hyperbolic. I think that this
I
again is like
do.
again, this is like you wanted dessert and you didn't get dessert, and so you mad, but you still got a good fucking meal. And I think MAGA is going to recognize that, and they're gonna keep
What
pushing.
good meal? Oh, from the borders and all this shit. I don't know.
Trump
That's
has
going
listen,
pretty
100 all the investments in America, bringing jobs
in
back, drilling
America.
again,
I
like
don't know.
like nobody
I'm
like
not. I
the,
don't
the,
feel
the
it.
dude is doing his thizzle with it. It is what it is. The economy's better, no inflation. What are you trading that for?
No one. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. We
Like,
we
what are you going
differ
to
a little
leave that?
there.
Why would you leave that? Just because you didn't get dessert?
So that
You complain.
people can get Well, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna stay on Epstein for a second. Let's see what his base is saying.
This out, the little rascals.
Pam Bondi has definitely made multiple inconsistent statements, and I'm sorry, but she does not deserve the benefit of my good opinion, and I'm not prepared to give it to her.
They're covering up. The DOJ, the current DOJ under Pam Bondi is covering up crimes, very serious crimes by their own description. Mm-hmm. Why are they doing that?
Is she stupid? Is she so click thirsty that she got out over her skis trying to make news, being a Fox News star? It's either that or she's a liar.
People are absolutely not going to accept just a memo that was written that says there is no client list.
It's not about just a pedophile ring and all that. This is about who governs us, right? For this to go away, you're going to lose 10% of the MAGA movement. If we lose 10% of the MAGA movement right now, we're going to lose 40 seats in 26.
That is, I think, what is enraging people right now is it's insulting our intelligence. Like, obviously, the intelligence community is trying to cover it up.
My name is Pam Bondi, and I'm the Attorney General of the United States. But I'm Pam Bondi, the best Attorney General you've ever seen in this country, and I'm going to hold these people accountable.
And Pam Bondi brought me to the White House and handed me a stack of papers. And I got to tell you, folks, it was about as valuable as a bunch of blank pages. It was baloney. It was a binder of absolute baloney. And Pam, if you can't do your job, we'll find someone who will.
There's no client list. Never existed. Pam Bondi just lied and said she had one. What?
Make some noise if you care about the Jeffrey Epstein scandal.
Raise your hand if it matters a lot to you. Raise your hand. So every hand of 7,000 people.
Everybody cares.
How many of you are not satisfied with the results of the investigation? It looks like it's going to be, and now this is like the who's going to be off the island first, right? This is who's going to be voted off the island first. And I don't know what to believe on that.
Epstein is a key that picks the lock on so many things, not just individuals, but also institutions, intelligence institutions, foreign governments, and who was working with him on our intelligence apparatus and in our government. This is why it's a time for choosing now.
I don't know.
I think that probably Steve Bannon, the last person to speak, was probably the closest to hitting the nail on the head with everything. But again, I still don't believe that MAGA is going anywhere. I think he was the closest to it because he was tying this into all the intelligence operations. People say that Jeffrey Epstein was Mossad, and I tend to lean in that camp. I don't think that Mossad operates on U.S. soil without CIA knowing about it, in most cases, which puts both of those intelligence agencies, in the same sort of, like everybody's working together, and if you give up the booty, nobody can use the information.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
And another thing, look.
I mean, intelligence is... Yeah.
Here's another thing I think that people are really naive about. Running the country is like running the mafia. These motherfuckers up here that run the country are gangsters. You have to be, because there's gangsters all over the world. So the fact, for example, that the dollar is the world's currency. That's because we made it that way. That's because we went to places and said,
now there's a we.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway,
one thing I don't we on is the country and.
Okay. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. Don't do that. Anyway, our government are the ones that went around the world and set things up this way so that we could live the way that we do and criticize them. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like what's that movie? Tom Cruise, you can't handle the truth.
Was it The Firm?
A Few Good Men.
Few Good Men. Sorry, yeah.
Right. But what Jack Nicholson was saying at the end in that speech, he was like, we do the shit that you guys don't want to hear about, and we need to do it, and we need to have people that are prepared and ready to get it done. Yeah, I ordered the code red, and I get it in the context of the movie, it was wrong, but what he was saying, there's a lot of truth to it. Look, we do the shit. Y'all don't want to get your hands dirty. You don't want to know what we
That's
do.
not true, though. A lot of people that don't have the chance, they don't get the chance to do what they do. That's one thing. The other thing is that now it's
What do you
different
mean?
now.
Who doesn't get a chance to do it? What are you talking about?
To run for president, you got to have a shit ton of money. You have to have all kind of,
Okay, what does that have to do with what I'm
and
saying?
I'm saying that you're saying that some people do want to get their hands dirty. Some people do want to run the country, think they could do a better job. They don't get the opportunity to. That was one thing. The other thing is that these days, this is different than back, even when that movie was made, because now we get more information. So we know either give it to us all or we get pieces of it and it
I
looks
don't know why you
crazy.
think we get more information. And I don't know why you don't
You
think
mean you don't know
families
why we get more
run
information?
mafia.
Just the internet alone gives us more information. All these people talking, like all of these.
The internet allows us to access information quicker. It
Mhm.
doesn't give us anything.
I don't know. I don't know. There's
The
there's
internet is
whistleblowers that we
inanimate.
wouldn't have
It
had
doesn't
access
give us
to. There's
anything.
whistleblowers that we wouldn't have had access to back when there was no internet. There's
There were
books.
whistleblowers back when we didn't have access to the internet.
I know, but not that we had access to. There's way more
What are you talking
access
about?
now.
That? There have been whistleblowers since time
Yes,
began.
but I don't know. Like we didn't have them just on our screen right there for us to listen to and have
We
the
still
information.
don't.
So, well, we do have more than we did back then, 1,000%. Like,
Because you're more keyed into it now than you were back then.
no, because I'm looking at the past and the present. Like I can look at the
Okay.
past
There
and the
are
present
not more whistleblowers these
simultaneously.
days than there.
I
That's a
didn't say there
weird.
were more. I said we have more access.
Okay.
It's not an
Okay.
argument. Like we just have more information. It's the age of
But
information.
we
Like look it up.
don't.
Okay.
We have access to it. But
Hmm.
most people are not spending their lives studying. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Like it's like so it's weird that you
I'm
think that
right.
people should be on the
I'm
internet
right.
all.
There's so much more information and people are into it. That's why Tim Pool has a talk show and we have a fucking podcast and all these people because we are discussing all the information that is available to us. This was not how it was in the past. So my point, my very correct point is that we have all of this information that's floating around and people are talking about it and voting because in the
I
direction of
remember
it. So then they
you
should
reminded me
have,
of one of my
then they should make a decision to either give us all the information or don't. But
I
like,
don't remember the name of this movie, but I haven't thought about it in years, but I loved this movie and I'm pretty sure that it was Christian Slater and Winona Ryder.
I don't know.
And he had a pirate radio station out of his van. It was a big movie. What the hell was that movie? Oh my God, I haven't thought about this movie in years, but it was such a cool movie. And the reason that I thought about it is because this is back in 19 between in the 80s sometime that this movie when Christian Slater was still when he was like first came out and he was hot, right? I
Mm.
think this might have been the movie that made him like kind of famous. No, I think maybe that was Heather's. Anyway, okay. My point is that movie was about him having a pirate radio station in the back of his van.
Hmm.
I remember being younger and hearing all sorts of alternative radio programming. What's the dude that used to talk to that had the firsthand encounters with the aliens? It's always been
Oh, Art
around.
Bell. Or no, not Art Bell, but
It might have been Art Bell. Is that
well,
his
he had
name?
a great show on alternative
Yeah,
content.
right,
Yeah.
right. So, but I wasn't looking for any of that stuff back then. I wasn't looking to burst the narrative. And again, most people aren't. I understand what you mean when you say that we have access to information that we'd never had before. But
Hmm.
the human, most people, I I would bet that's not what we do. We don't, generally speaking, we don't go seeking information outside of our comfort zones. That's not what we do.
It just seems far-fetched if you consider podcasts are the number one, like they're getting rid of CNN. They're getting rid of like
Okay, they're not
MSN,
getting
because
rid of anything. What's happening?
the
Let me
ratings.
finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence.
Okay.
They're not getting rid of CNN. What's happening is that people have gravitated away from CNN because they've realized that CNN cannot be trusted to tell them the truth.
Correct. And so the popularity of people like Joe Rogan should tell us that people are interested in seeking outside of the norm, outside of the normal avenues for
It
information.
tells us that a lot of people like long form conversational formats. Yes. But it doesn't tell us
About,
that but it doesn't tell us that most of the country's leaning that way. He's got his millions of followers, but other people are watching other stuff.
well, I mean, a lot of alternative news platforms are doing very well, is all I'm saying. Tim Pool can speak to that too. Can you get
Yes, the whole listen. I don't know why we're on this right now, but
because that wasn't even my point. My point was that since we do have access to information, that they should make a decision and they should either
oh
release
yeah,
all of it.
yeah. But you keep saying it like we have all. For. I wouldn't say we in that instance.
Wow.
Um, you got 3 kids. You get up, you go to work, you come home, you make dinner. I mean, no, who's got time to be looking at stuff that makes them feel uncomfortable? What are you talking about?
I mean, some people,
The
I mean,
information,
I
listen,
know
we
in my
have,
experience that yeah, there's a couple of people that don't want to hear it and they'll be content.
most people don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear
That's
it.
what you keep saying.
I
I
don't want
don't,
to hear it.
I mean, I don't want to, but I do. Like, what do you?
You see my point is like, who has time to be looking for it in the first place?
I just feel like the
Like
ratings,
nobody, the average person is consumed with average life stuff.
but
So that we have access to this is great, but it doesn't change what's going on in people's lives and human nature. It just doesn't change that. That's
yeah,
all I'm
I mean,
saying.
I hear that. I hear what you're saying. And people, they have their comfort zones and they'll fight within that comfort zone, like the
They'll
Democratic
fight for
Party.
their belief system, of
Yeah.
course. If you believe this way, anything that sort of challenges that belief is
Mhm.
almost like a personal attack.
But what do they call it? The Streisand effect. The
Uh,
you know,
yeah, I
right?
know what that is, but it's not clicking for me right now. What's the Streisand effect again?
It's I guess not wanting. I mean, not being able to get something means you want it more. So they're saying that the Streisand effect has happened with the Epstein files now, where nobody wanted to, like nobody, especially on the left, was really tripping off of it, and then now everybody's asking for them. And that is uh it's just interesting. It's just making it look even worse. It's just I don't know why I brought that up, but my point is that now is that it's just making it look so bad that nobody can have it, so everybody's asking for it. Everybody wants to see him. Everybody wants to know and everybody's digging deeper. That was my point. I got it. Everybody's digging deeper than they would have before. Even people who are usually in their own comfort zones of whatever their comfort zone is. Now they're looking deeper. They're looking for Epstein.
I
They're gonna
think
hit.
that listen, these people do a lot of people. These people that are even though their ears are perked up for this Epstein thing, they don't really want to know. They don't really want to know what people do, the depravity of humanity. They don't want to know. It's like how the Democrats are talking about all these illegal aliens.
Oh, that's
Listen,
why
it's like
Bonnie's.
it's like how they're talking about all the illegal aliens picking fruit and we need them for work or whatever like that, but they leave
Mhm.
out the fact that they're smuggling drugs in the fruit and that they're
Right,
working for
right,
slave wages.
right. And there's children, yeah. And did you know? Well, never mind. We'll talk about that later. But one thing that wait, what was I going to say before that? Before you interrupted me and said that with the uh, sorry,
How would
somebody
I
was
know,
texting me
how would I
too.
know what you were gonna say?
I know because
I wish
what
I
were we
was that
talking about? I don't know.
good. You was finna
Somebody was
say no.
mhm. Comfort zone. I don't know, whatever. But did you want to hear another? Because
Well,
go back.
yeah. I mean, I like to hear what you got, but my whole thing about this is it's definitely an unforced error. This did not have to go down this way, and I find it really curious that it is going down this way.
Right, right. So I
I
was
think
saying,
that's the biggest question to me because, like I said, I think MAGA is going to swallow it, no matter how it plays out. I think for a while it's going to give Democrats something to really, really latch on to. And I don't think that had to happen because look, he was doing this thing this whole time. He was doing this thizzle with it, but I was like, okay, all right, do you think?
Well, the other direction, here's another speculative direction that it could go is that maybe he's building a case. And if he's doing that, like if he has like to actually bring some of these people to justice, if he's doing that, he's way stronger than I thought because people are dragging his ass right now and he looks bad. His administration looks bad.
He's been dragged before though. I mean, it's
I
not
know,
like,
just
and even his base, remember when his base okay, I think I told you the story. He was doing a rally, I think in Atlanta or something like that, and he talked about the vaccine and everybody booed him.
Yes, you did.
Right? His base, look, they know what they want, but they know what the alternative is also. So like again, look,
the allowances they make are mind-boggling to me, honestly. And did Alex Jones cry? I heard he cried. I didn't see it. Was he crying? I mean, it is what it is. But wait, I have something on that.
I know. This is just gonna be quick. Oh,
okay,
shit.
go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to play this.
And more character than you'll ever have. And stop eyeballing me, boy. I sure has dealt you some shitty cards, hasn't it, Mayo? All right, sir. 6. Bullshit. I done some checking. I looked through your files. I know about your mama. Hey, don't you eyeball me. You know your father's an alcoholic and a hole chaser. That's why you don't mesh, Mayo. Because deep down, don't you eyeball me, boy. Deep down inside, you know that all these other boys and girls are better than you are. Isn't that right, Mayo? Huh? Isn't that right? No!
Okay, so Lou Gossett is Trump and Richard Gere is MAGA. All right?
Sir! No, sir! What's the matter, Mayo? You getting tired?
Wait,
I'm not tired. I want to sign up for this kind of abuse anyway. I want to fly jets, sir. My grandmama wants to fly jets. Don't!
My grandmama wants to fly jets is crazy.
Chasing together, huh? No, sir! DOR! I ain't gonna quit! All right, then you can forget it. You're out! Don't you do it! Don't you! I got nowhere else to go! I got nowhere.
Wow, I got it. Damn.
That's
okay.
MAGA right there, huh?
That's funny. Kind of funny. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate to give us the
That's
no,
MAGA right there. They got where are they gonna go? Where are they gonna go?
Nobody's coming to save y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Where they gonna go?
Okay, I don't want to play this whole thing, but it's yeah. Here we go. Do you listen to Josh Johnson ever?
I don't know.
He's a comedian. This dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's funny.
And the losers and criminals of the Biden administration, I do like that he said there are criminals in the Biden administration, but there are some people who aren't criminals. They're just losers. But I want to make sure I address them too. You're not safe. You're not safe just because you're not a criminal if you're a loser as well, all right? In fact, you're a loser because you're not a criminal, all right? I have 34 felony convictions, and I'm the president, okay? You out here not even a criminal. You can't even criminal good. Loser. And the losers and criminals of the Biden administration who conned the world with Russia, Russia hoax, 51 intelligence agents, intelligence is in quotes, the laptop from hell. I don't know what that means. I don't know I really don't know what that is. I don't know if that's like Hunter Biden's laptop or a laptop with Hillary's emails on it, or if he just had a bad experience with an HP laptop. But like, that is also in all caps. The laptop from hell and more, question mark. They created the Epstein files, just like they created the fake, all caps, Hillary Clinton, Christopher Steele dossier that they used on me. And now my so-called friends, this man hurt because my so-called friends, as a world leader, my so-called friends is the most Regina George Mean Girls line I've ever heard in my entire life. My so-called friends is wild. Foreign diplomats, world leaders had a dinner that Trump was at, and they made fun. This is his first term. They made fun of him at the dinner. He could probably hear him in the background. They were laughing. It was like Boris Johnson and Justin Trudeau and other people, and they were over here doing him. They were over here. Like just dude, making fun of him hard, cracking up, talking about how he doesn't know how to spell, everything. They were getting him good. They were roasting him. And then this man comes back to the U.S. and I'm pretty sure it was Fox News that played the tape that somebody got of them making fun of him, not with a bunch of audio, and his head was down a little bit. You could tell his feelings were hurt, for real. And he was looking down and everything. And he just said, yeah, I didn't know that, like, they were, like fake like that or anything. Even in that moment, he didn't say my so-called friends. My so-called friends is insane. And now my so-called friends are playing right into their hands. Why didn't these radical left lunatics release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could have hurt the MAGA movement, why didn't they use it? And this is good. This is clever. He's doing what he does. This is the Republican talking point that's going to go around, look for it over and over and over again. Well, why didn't Biden release the Epstein files? If there was anything in there that could hurt Trump, that could derail MAGA, why didn't he release it? All right, that's the most I know you are, but what am I logic I've ever heard in my life? Because you're the president now, so you could release them. I know that Biden didn't release them, but you could release them. You could. You could release them if you wanted. You could, like I dare you.
So here's what I want to say about that really quickly.
I dare. I bet you won't. I bet you're too scared. I bet you won't.
So what I was going to say about that, though, just as a sidebar, I did want to hear one more part, is that must be why Pam Bondi, when she realized that they didn't, whatever their play is, I'm not even going to speculate there, whatever their play is, because it didn't go as they promised, when she said, it's just tons of tapes of child pornography, because no one's going to say, release them. Like, give them to us. We want to watch them, like that's, so it kind of is trying to get them off the hook. It didn't go as planned, but I'm thinking that's probably why she said that, because that was a weird statement. Because then instead of people just being like, oh, never mind, hands off or whatever, they're like, well, child pornography with who? Who's the adult in the tapes? Like, who is it? Just Jeffrey Epstein just downloading from the internet, or is it like?
Well, that's what she said it was.
No, she said no. Her wording was weird. Her wording was funny. She
literally said it was him downloading child porn.
It didn't say. I know, but it doesn't say like downloading from the dark web or downloading from the internet. It could be. I mean, we don't know what.
She didn't say where she got it from. So
semantic.
I don't know how it's not a semantic. She literally said that's what it was.
I don't know. They're just tricky with their wording, but I'm not.
No, the FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement, but I'll call him later and find out.
One way or another doesn't bother me, but I just thought that I found that funny that she probably did that specifically because nobody's.
I just think we should be accurate with what we say, and she literally said that that's what it was, that he was just downloading child porn or CP. Let's just say that, so this is going to be a trip editing for YouTube, trying to take all the bad words.
Yeah. I mean, so you felt satisfied with that's all it was thousands of hours of him just downloading from.
Okay. Why would you ask me that when I started off saying there's probably not even an Epstein list?
Yeah, I didn't say anything
Like,
about
why
the
are you
list. I'm
taking me
saying what
down?
she
Like
just said.
I'm
I didn't say
talking
anything
about
about
like
the
how
list right now.
intelligence
What are you talking
agencies are.
about?
I'm talking about how intelligence agencies are involved in everything, and you're saying so you bought that? Like, obviously, I didn't
No,
buy.
I'm saying, are you satisfied with that? Because I just feel like
But you know, I'm
downloading
not
it
satisfied. That's not
opens so much
like part of
more.
the whole conversation is I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Anyway,
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I wanted to hear this the when he in closing. Let me see. Well, let's see.
Oh, but you could. I know Biden did it, but you're the president now, and I thought you were a better president, so you could do anything that Biden didn't do. You said that. You were like, there's a bunch of things Biden can't do that I can do, that only I can do, and one of those things is release the Epstein files. Like, I bet you won't do it, though, because you're scared. No, it's just funny, man. He's going through it. Why didn't they use it? They haven't even given up on the John F. Kennedy or the MLK Jr. files, which is a terrible idea to bring up different conspiracy-laden things while you talk about there not being a conspiracy. That's crazy. That's a terrible move. This man is derailing. No matter how much success we have had securing the border, deporting criminals, fixing the economy, energy dominance, a safer world where Iran will not have nuclear weapons, it's never enough for some people. This man is spiraling. It's never enough for some people is not what a president says. It's never enough for some people is not how you speak as a president. That's how you speak as a dad who just finished a 16-hour shift and somebody tells you to take out the trash. It's never enough for you people. Every day. I've been awake for 24 hours.
Oh, you
it's
laugh.
my...
That should have me cracking up.
Oh.
Never enough for some people is hilarious to me. Yeah, it's funny. But so anyway, they've given them comedians a lot of content with this clusterfuck of a release.
They've given the left a lot of content. They've given the right a lot of content. It's a whole lot of content.
Yeah. I wonder if it's all a
in times
distraction.
like this, we should be looking at what's going on in Israel.
Exactly.
What's going on in
Something
Iran.
else.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Something is maybe something's going on behind the scenes that we not, that's got our focus has drifted from what we're supposed to be.
You know the answer to that? I was thinking about that when I had the same thought process as you did. So do you know the answer to when is Diddy getting sentenced? I remember what last week, like that just went away. Like, what is he doing? Like, I don't have any answers to that. I don't know what's going on. And
I have no answers either. But I will wrap this up with reiterating that I think that this is a totally unforced error. And like I said, Steve Bannon was pretty close to getting to where we need to get to with how the intelligence agencies are involved in this. And if the Epstein list comes out, then they can't use their blackmail anymore. So there is that also. So one last thing I'm gonna show you is this guy here.
Dr. Marks here. I'm the gentleman that was on the Sean Ryan podcast that talked about pedophilia and explained how there are networks. And on his show, I clearly communicated, a couple of years now ago, that the Epstein list would never be revealed. And I gave great insight to it, but I want to take my time now to explain to you, all that are watching, why it's not coming out. And this is coming from someone who, one, hunts pedophiles and protects children through our task force. But the other, the hard reason is because I was a kid who was abused as a child. So this is the reality that I want people to understand. And the reason why the Epstein list will not come out, like I've said from the beginning, is because it is an intelligence operation. The best form of currency right now for control and power in our world is videos or pictures of children being abused by certain adults. When you have those as leverage, you can control a person to make decisions that will shape nations and truly make the difference in both political, legal, business, and world economics. The moment you prosecute a pedophile that would be on that list, you lose the leverage on them, and you also risk them telling the rest of the story. So here's my advice. There should be righteous indignation. I have it. Many of you feel lied to, which you were, by our FBI and DOJ. But I'm telling you that those victims are now adults. And what you miss is what we do every day. And that's protect children in our country and around the world by those who are still doing the pedophilia, that are still abusing kids. And listen, I just want to say this, it's very important for you to understand. There are millions of children who suffer abuse nightly in the U.S. And because of that, when they hear about the Epstein's list or kids being trafficked and they're not part of that, guess what? They make their abuse and suffering very small, which before God it's not. So please, help us focus on protecting the kids right now as we work by, through, and with federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. And listen to me, we don't take their money. We actually provide for them, for the men and women who really want justice to protect kids right now. So, man, may God help us with the Epstein deal. But what we have to focus on right now is those kids being abused, sexual exploitation tonight, tomorrow. And that's why we've had over 50 MOUs signed, again, with federal, state, and local law enforcement for us to come alongside and provide for them to help them get the worst of the worst. So thank you. And we appreciate you. And please keep All Things Possible Ministries and Protecting Children's Innocent Task Force in your prayers. God bless you.
Jeffrey Epstein conspiracy theories in a new memo.
Yeah, I mean, I get.
No true words were spoken. Now all those Epstein victims are adults now. That's true.
Or dead.
Or dead. Well, again, obviously, but if
obviously
talking about like, if those Epstein victims are alive, I haven't. I've heard about raping children. I didn't. Was he over there killing him?
I'm
I've heard
saying
about
like the one that just died by first she got hit by a bus and then she's an adult, but she was until she got dead. But she just got hit by a bus and then she got
I just don't get
she
the point
suicided.
in making that distinction. But anyway,
I just was interjecting like it's normal.
No, I
You
get
don't have
it.
friends, I guess, because that's how people
Anyway.
talk. I mean, what he said was
Okay. Anyway,
like,
yes, the victims are adults now, and yes, it's still going on with children right now. And we would do well to put our focus back on what's happening right now than this government espionage thing that was going on more than 10 years ago. There's stuff happening today.
no, fuck, because the thing is that Trump, like
it's never coming out.
Like your boy said, no, I'm not saying that, but this is the thing. Like Trump, I don't want a president that uses shit like that as leverage. I want him to go and fucking make those people. I'm just saying, like, no, I don't agree with some of what he said. Of course, focus on the children of today. People don't listen to that shit either, though. But
Don't listen to what shit?
Listen to when there's something going on today, and like you try to tell people that, and they don't want to hear it either. There's a whole bunch of kids being abused in Haiti right this second. There's 10,000 NGOs from America.
He just told us that there's 1 million children every night in America that are being abused. Who's not listening to that? That's what this whole thing is about. That's what kicked off the whole Q, MAGA, all that stuff.
I mean, that's our government too. It's the Child Protective Services Agency, and that has been whistleblown 1,000 times.
Blurring the lines, though, and I'm not sure why.
That's not blurred lines. What are you talking about? That's how they're getting abused within the system. If you want to talk about America, I was talking about Haiti.
Okay, so we shouldn't focus on the children that are being abused
I
now.
didn't say that we shouldn't focus on the children that are being abused.
Yeah, we should
What I'm saying is
concentrate
that
all our energy on Epstein. We
well, let
should,
me
yeah,
finish.
I
No,
know.
I didn't say that either. I said our
Right.
president
You want to,
should make accountable the people that were a part of Epstein on a public stage so
never
people
going
know
to
and have the
happen.
incentive. Let me finish.
I don't,
So that people know and have the incentive to actually want to come forward and fight these things, because this shit right here makes it look like it's unfightable
I
and
don't
people
know what
withdraw.
world
They
you're
go
living
inside.
in. What world are you living in? It's like, what are you talking about?
It's
You
like, what are
expect,
you talking about? I'm saying
first
right
of all,
now,
you expect too much from people.
no,
Yes,
I
you
will
do.
never
You
stop
think,
expecting
for some reason, you think
that
everybody's
child.
like you are. Everybody's not like you.
I didn't say that everybody was. What I'm saying is
Well, this
make an
is what we got.
example. If
What
this
we
is
got is Trump in office, and Trump is trying to bury it. The worst cover up, worst unforced error of his entire political career, if you ask me. It's an unforced error. He's doing it badly, but it is what it is. It's not going to come out, and children are still being abused. So
obviously focus on that. I mean,
choose where you want to put your energy.
who's and how do we call to action? How do we put our energy into that?
Hmm?
Since you're asking that that's what people should put their energy into, how do we do that?
Well, if this is what they're worried about, if they're concerned about it.
I think most of the people, like Steve Bannon said, are concerned that this is such an intricate operation and involves
That's why
our
it's never
government.
coming out.
And right, but that's what people are focused on more so. I mean, that's just what
I
it is.
know, but still, 1 million children tonight are going to be sexually abused,
Right. So
and
how
that's
do you
something to keep in your consciousness.
how do you focus on that? How do you help with that? Do you have a call to
I
action,
don't.
or is it just
Why would I have everybody look? You, I don't tell nobody. Grown folks don't tell grown folks what to do.
no? But do you have any suggestions for people that do want to help the kids that are being abused tonight? I mean,
I don't know what could the average person do? Is that what you're asking
yeah.
me? I have no. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have no idea.
Okay. I was just wondering if
Not
you
only
had
do I
if you
not
had
know, not only do I not know, I'm certain that what works for somebody will not work for somebody else. Not everybody you can even handle this
Okay, do
information.
you agree or at least comprehend what I'm saying is that by the president taking this stance, and nobody's, it's just over, nobody's going to jail, nobody's getting revealed, nobody's none of that. Do you agree that that makes it harder for people to want to help fight these things because nothing happens? Look at Diddy, like everything. It's just
I think it's been like this forever,
that doesn't mean that we accept it and
and I
sit.
don't listen. What I'm I'm not saying to accept it. I'm saying be realistic.
I mean,
I'm
it's
saying
never
in
been
the
like
real
this.
world, in the real world, Trump, like I said, Trump could have handled this better, but the list is not coming out because it's part of intelligence operations. So they're not going to reveal how they do, what they do, where they're not going to reveal all their secrets. So that's what it is. If
Yeah.
you do want to enter this fight, so to speak, I guess, quote unquote fight, then you at least gotta be in the real world when you enter it.
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
like
I hear
a lot
Ali
of people don't
Carter.
know.
You know who Ali Carter is, right?
Yeah.
I hear she's a CIA
It's
asset.
just so a lot of the shit she
The
says is
point I'm
not
trying to make
believable
is
whatsoever.
the what is what you do is not going to be what somebody else does or what somebody else does. If you're called to this and it weighs on your heart, then your path to help will reveal itself. It's
Mhm.
not for me to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do, but I would hope that people would keep this in the front of their consciousness that children are being abused today. And I get I understand how we feel about this Epstein thing, but when he killed himself, quote unquote, we should have known then. So, when Ghislaine Maxwell is convicted of trafficking to nobody, we should have known then. This is not news, in my opinion. This is not, like we let our guard down a little bit and thinking we was gonna get this. Like I said, we thought we was gonna get dessert, and we didn't get it. That's how I look at it, and that's how I think most of MAGA is gonna look at it. And it is what it is.
Absolutely.
As far as any more emotional energy for this side, I'm good. We
Yeah,
moving
I mean,
on.
I'm not emotional over it. I'm irritated though, a little bit. I'm irritated
That we got duped.
no, that it feel like that there's nothing that we can do about these things, It's frustrating because
There
like
is, but there's nothing.
Huh?
There's nothing I can do personally right now, but
Right.
hopefully,
That's the part
again,
that's
keeping it in our
frustrating.
consciousness is something that's doing something. Putting it out there in the collective consciousness is doing something as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, we do what we do.
That's the best we could do. All right. I'll see you
All
tomorrow.
right. See you tomorrow. Bye.